Hello everyone, I am Pratisha and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're planning a trip to Singapore, this is the video for you. Singapore is a stunning city and pretty easy to plan. We have explored the city in 6 days and here I'm gonna be explaining you all the details that you need to plan yours. So let's get into the video. Round trip flights from Bangalore costed us around 45,000 and it's almost the same from any city in India. Check out Skyscanner for the best deals that you can find. So you can get your Singapore visa only through a travel agent. All you need to do is provide all these documents to your travel agent along with 7,000 rupees or whatever they are gonna charge you, and you're gonna get it within 3 to 5 working days. We got within 3 days, and I will be mentioning our travel agent's number and all their contact details in the caption below. So stay in Singapore is gonna be a little expensive. The rooms are gonna be pretty small, and we stayed in a high hotel dot. And it costed us around 7,300 per night. The room was so small that we couldn't even open our luggage anywhere apart from our bed. And then we stayed in Hotel Chancellor Orchard for 2 nights, which costed us around 9,500 per night. And it was a pretty decent hotel, good service and everything. And the commute was also really good. So I would recommend you to book a stay which is closer to Little India or Kawana Road for better commute and also Indian food options. So Singapore is completely digital and we don't really need currency anywhere, and any of your debit cards and credit cards will be accepted everywhere. So carry your 04x markup cards and it will be really helpful for you, and carrying $100 or $150 of cash just in case would be more than enough. So the travel connectivity in Singapore is really good. You'll find a bus stop or a metro station within 5 to 10 minutes of walking distance everywhere. And the best part is you don't even need anything special to pay for it. You can use your debit cards or credit cards which accepts international transactions. So you can just take your 4x markup cards, 04x markup cards to use it. But if you don't have those, you can buy this EasyLink card in a 7-Eleven or a metro station which costs you $10, which comes with a $5 recharge, and you can recharge it with a vending machine near the metro station, also at a 7-Eleven. And if you still want to grab a taxi, Singapore uses the app Grab, which is kinda expensive. The SIM card costed us around 800 rupees, which is around $12. So you can purchase it inside the airport itself. You just have to go to Terminal 3 where there is a shop called as Cheers, and you can just purchase that. So Singapore is a hub for all these amazing and beautiful shopping places. So the one thing which every Indian does when they go to Singapore is shop in Charles and Keith. I bought a bag and also a pair of nice heels for myself, so which costs you around 10,000 here, each 10,000 of shoes and also 10,000 of bag, which I got for 10,000 combined. So it is a really good offer. You will get for at least 45 to 50% off from when you compare to India, and it's a great brand. So apart from it, if you wanna actually buy souvenirs, you have these $1 stores everywhere at every major tourist attraction that you can find. You'll have all these keychains and fridge magnets and bags, shoes, and short glasses, everything what all you want to buy for yourself and also gift. So look out for those $1 stores, best for souvenir gifts. So food is kinda expensive in Singapore. For us, for the complete 6 days, it costed us around 20,000. It differed from each meal, from one meal to another. We being vegetarians, so we were preferring Indian restaurants because the non-Indian restaurants didn't really have any veg options. Every like breakfast options costed around $3 or $4 for a dosa, and meals were around $8 or $9 per meal. If you have an early flight to Singapore, just like what we had, I would recommend you to book for a room overnight as well, because if you want to rest, they are not going to give you any early check-in, and even if they do, they are going to charge you per hour basis. They charged us around $10 and they didn't even have a room available, so we had to wait for a couple of hours in the lobby itself. So please book a room up here, because we had overnight flight and we were really tired and we wanted to rest. So that is how our trip started, and it was a little bummer for us. And then after sleeping for a couple of hours and then freshening up, we went to Little India in the evening, and then went to Arab Street. We roamed around. It has this beautiful Aladdin kind of a mosque there where you can click pictures, and they have a lot of Turkish restaurants there if you are interested, and there are a lot of souvenir and shopping places as well which you can cover. And then from there we went to Marina Sands Bay, where we have a light and sound show, around one show at 8 p.m. and also one show at 9 p.m. You can catch one of these, and after that we called it a night for that day. On day 2 we went to Sentosa Island. The thing is, you have two ways to go to Sentosa Islands. One is through metro. You can use your same EasyLink card to go there. You have the metro from Vivo City Mall, which is connected to Sentosa Island. It costs you around $3. Specifically, it is a separate metro, but the return is free. So they are charging you for both of it. And all, or you have this cable car which you can take, which has this beautiful panoramic views which we took. It costs you around 2,100 per person. If it is a round trip, I would recommend you to take a round trip, because you have a round trip map and you can utilize all of those. After getting into the Sentosa Island, we went to the beach, which was this beautiful beach called Siloso. It had this nice photo session place which we could go to. After that we went to Sensory Escapes, which is very beautiful in the night, and also you can cover it in the evening. There are a lot of places to click pictures. The whole Sentosa Island is meant to click pictures at every corner. It is beautiful. And after that we went to the Wings of Time show, which is around 7:45, I guess. We took the premium tickets. You can also take the normal. It is just the center. It was just a difference of 200, so we took the premium ones, and the view was great. And after that we went back. There are other places if you want you can cover in Sentosa, like the Madame Tussauds Museum, which we didn't want to, we were not interested. And that is all about day 2. And on day 3 we went, the whole day 3 was dedicated to Universal Studios Singapore. So for Universal Studios, I would recommend go as early as possible. They allow you to go in by 9 a.m. It is written as 10 a.m. but they allow you to go by 9 a.m. So which I didn't know. I got to know about it later. So there is this Minion ride which allow you around 9 a.m. itself. So go early. You will have all the time to click pictures, and then you can go into the Minion ride as well. You can finish it, and then you'll have time to catch up the rest of the things. So we went on a weekend. It was very crowded for us. We had an average wait time for almost 40 minutes. So if you want to take a express pass, but it is more expensive than the ticket itself. I didn't want to take, but we covered most of the places, but it was kind of hectic, and we took some single riders lane as well. So if you can try to go it on the weekdays, you'll have lesser crowd. We went back home and called it a night for that day. And the next day we did all the touristy things, like just the Merlion Park, which is in Singapore, the lion statue where you can click a lot of different and weird pictures, and I did all of them. It was fun to click all those. And after that we went to the casino in the Marina Bay Sands, which is free for all the foreigners. You just have to show your passport. They'll create an ID and you can go in. It is kind of stunning. It is very huge and a kind of a different experience, and you can participate if you want to. And after that I did a little shopping in Charles and Keith inside the same mall. We called it a night. So day 5 we went to the Marina Bay Sands Observatory, and it was kind of cloudy that night again, so they didn't allow us to stay for more than 10-15 minutes. They refunded the amount, but we didn't get a chance to stay there for a long time. And after that we went to Helix Bridge, which is a very beautiful bridge where you can click pictures, and it is well connected. It is very pretty to watch, and the evening it looks very nice. It is actually inspired by the DNA structure of a human. After that we caught up the Gardens by the Bay show, which we missed in the previous night. We wanted to cover the flower dome and also the cloud forest today, but it was closed due to maintenance. So it is closed once a month, make a note of that and book your tickets accordingly, plan your whole itinerary accordingly. So day 6 we bought the Flower Dome we ticket and also the Cloud Forest tickets. Forest is beautiful and that is the only thing which we need. Flower Dome is a lot of beautiful flowers, but I felt it was expensive, but it is mandatory for us, I mean all the foreigners, to buy both the tickets, so we have to buy it now. After the whole gardens, by the way, we wanted to go to Bougie Street or Orchard Street for shopping, but it was pouring rain a lot, so we had to skip it and we went to Changi Airport and we went to the Jebel Changi, the main attraction of the airport, and we clicked a lot of pictures and videos there and we boarded our flight. There are other things in the airport which you can go. There is a play area where you have slides and a beautiful garden as well, indoor garden where you can go, and also inside indoor theater which is free, where you have movies to watch. All of these things are free, but we didn't have a lot of time and we were really tired to go, so we skipped all of that. Apart from all of the other things which you can cover is Art Science Museum, which is a similar thing that we had in Bangkok, so we skipped it, and River Wonders and also Night Safari. Other two things, please Google search it a little. If you're going for a few days and if you actually like it, you can add it in your itinerary. There are pandas in River Wonders if you want to watch it, but it was kind of far for us and we didn't want to watch, so we skipped it. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much. Like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have any questions or queries, please comment down, and you can also follow me on Instagram if you want and DM me as well. Thank you. Bye bye.